family members, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Agukat, once again. And first of all, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And like, comment, share, and please don't skip my video. Only watch till the end. So guys, first of all,
I'm going to be showing you a more in-depth tutorial or video on how I made my most recent Spider-Man mask with changeable eyes so you can show emotion better. I'm sure there's a lot better ways of doing this than I did, but it was the easiest way for me to do it, so hope you guys like. So first of all, you're going to want to print off this blueprint. This blueprint is easily found online. You can just Google it and it should come up. Now, if you have a printer or website that can size it up to the right size, use that. But if you don't, I just freehanded it because for some reason I couldn't figure out how to make it big again. So I just upscaled it and it worked fine for me, but it's not going to be as accurate or smooth or perfect as if you could trace it. This is how my freehanded one turned out. It wasn't bad and it worked fine. Now you're going to want to cut out those pieces and then take those pieces and flip them and trace them on more cardboard. Now cut that one out and you should be left with two pieces that are exactly the same or similar. And this is what they should look like. Now here I'm bending the cardboard in the spots where it's going to be glued so that it's easier to glue them together because they are already creased. I would recommend doing this. It makes it a lot easier. I normally start gluing at the top here. I start to put these pieces together for the top of the head. It will also be helpful if you cut out a bunch of little scrap pieces of cardboard that you can use to help glue stuff down. It's easier than just trying to glue on that small surface when you can put them together like this. Now take your two pieces that you have glued the tops to and put those together so that you are starting to get your mask together. And for these small little pieces, you're just going to glue that little side there, and that's what they look like from the front. They should be a little bit curved, and now attach them to the side of the mask at the bottom, at the jaw part. Now attach those two pieces like this so that it connects to make a full face shell. Make sure you poke breathing holes in it because I did not do this for my first mask and I cannot breathe in that thing. I'm literally suffocating. So please make sure you do this for your safety and for comfortability. And now you're done your face shell. For the felting part of the mask, you're going to get an old t-shirt and you're going to cut that so it's like a flat piece of fabric for you to use. Now this can be a tedious process, but you're just going to kind of put hot glue onto the cardboard and then stretch the fabric over top of it. Make sure you make it smooth and not wrinkled. And this part's going to take a lot of adjusting and time to figure out how to do it right, but you can always pull it off if you need. It could wreck the fabric depending on how much glue you put on, but just take it slow and make sure you smooth it out. You might even have to cut some fabric off while you're doing this process, or cut some triangles in it to make it smoother and not have weird bumps on the fabric. It's kind of hard to see in the video since it's black fabric, but I think you should get the idea. Now, to make the back of the mask was very challenging for me. It would be way easier if you just download a pattern for the mask, for the fabric, and then print that off. But I'm really bad with blueprints, or whatever they're called, and so I'm just winging it at this point, and it's challenging to get right, and it looks kind of messy, but you know, it's okay without using a pattern and with just hot glue. So make sure you're trying on the mask throughout the process to make sure you haven't made the back of the head too small or too big. You want it to fit just right. I'm also gluing some fabric around the chin to make it a little, so it goes in a little underneath the chin, so it's not just hanging from the mask straight down without looking like you got a jawline or anything. Here I'm leveling out the neckline. I'm using these snap buttons instead of a zipper. I find them easier to use, and also they don't get stuck as much. So it's a lot easier, and it's all I had at the time. So you're gonna glue them onto the back of the fabric like I'm doing here, and just make sure they're lined up properly, because I didn't do that the first time and I had to rip them all off, and I actually ended up redoing the whole back of the head because I didn't like how it turned out. And that's just showing you know that it takes a lot of trial and error doing it this way, but I think it's worth it in the end. Now that you got the fabric all sorted out, you're gonna cut eye holes so you can make them big enough that you can see well, but don't make them too big, or else it won't cover it. You'll see spots in between the fabric and the eye lens, and you don't want that. For the base of the eye lenses, I just used cardboard, but other times I have used paper foam, and it worked out good. I used black tape to wrap up my eye lenses to give it that shiny kind of look and rougher look, but you can paint them and that would work just fine too. If you want to exchange the eye lenses to make different emotions or different eye shapes on your mask, you can cut out different shapes for the eyes. I did a more circle and a more squinty look. Trace out the eye shape on some mesh you can see through. I used black mesh, so I had to paint it white, but it worked fine. And then you're gonna glue it onto your eye lenses. Now for the connecting part, I used magnets. You're gonna want stronger magnets than I used because it doesn't stay as well as it would have with stronger magnets, but you're gonna glue them in these 3 places or whatever suits your eye best. Glue a magnet underneath the fabric of your mask, and so that it'll line up properly. And now you're done, and you can exchange the eyes and make it look cooler, in my opinion. So that's it for this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helped with whatever project you're working on, or if you're just watching it for fun. I hope you enjoyed.